Bob. My first sentence will be in French and then I will switch in English. J'ai rencontré Bob Anderson en 1989 alors qu'il était encore un jeune professeur au Lamont Doherty Environmental Laboratory à Columbia University. En fait, this is an observatory, c'est un observatoire un petit peu comme nous sommes à l'observatoire Midi-Pyrénées, l'observatoire des sciences de l'univers. Et moi, j'y faisais mon postdoc. Et Bob m'impressionnait déjà énormément et je vais vous expliquer pourquoi. I met you in 1989 when I still was a very young postdoc and at Lamont, of course, and I was already very impressed by you, and I will let you know and explain why. Bob had done his PhD and his thesis at MIT. He already published reference papers on the use of radioactive properties of thorium, protactinium, and he was then developing the measurement of beryllium-10 in seawater and marine sediments when I arrived there. All with the aim of determining the settling velocity and fluxes of marine particles between the surface and the seabed, surface of the ocean and the seabed. What's the point? Why does people like Bob or myself do this kind of job of trying to catch very, very, very low concentration of very specific element in the seawater? Let's illustrate with a little cartoon. At the surface, the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere dissolved in the seawater. The marine life then is absorbing this dissolved carbon and fixes the dissolved carbon through the photosynthesis. So this creates particles. So these particles are algae, they are eaten by shrimps, and the shrimps are eaten by fishes, and we are eating, so this is a trophic chain. And when this life is dying, some of it falls as particles down to the seawater, like snow, into the abyss and in the sediment. And so, following this way, carbon is sequestered deep down. So now, if you are following me, this carbon comes from the CO2 in the air, which is a greenhouse gas, and therefore plays a major role in the Earth's climate. So this sequestration plays an enormous role in climate regulation. But we still need to quantify how it works and the flux. Hence, it's imperative to develop particle chronometers which are inaccessible to direct measurement. Imagine that you cannot be at 3 kilometers in the deep water with a chronometer and measuring the settling velocity of the particles. And what Bob and his teams have developed with radionuclides was this kind of chronometer. This was a short course which explained our discipline, marine geochemistry. For us, marine geochemists, and Bob is a very famous marine geochemist, certain elements in the periodic tables are chronometer dyes. In other words, they are tracers. Bob not only makes this measurement in the modern ocean, but since these tracers are recorded in the sediments, he has built a part of his scientific maturity by reconstructing ocean circulation and productivity during the last glacial maximum and how the deglaciation took place 20,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, in between. Exploring the past to better predict what our climate will become, it's an arduous but an essential task, and it's very, very timely these days when we ask us what will our climate become. Bob still impresses me. Since 2010, Bob has been Professor Ewing Lamont. He has been named an honorary member of the American Geophysical Union and the Geochemical Society, and he has won numerous awards, including the Patterson Medal from the Geochemical Society and the Huntsman Award. He has published over 200 research articles which are referenced in the most prestigious international journal, and he has supervised or co-supervised 21 theses. Bob really impresses me. Finally, back to the marine tracers. Having chronometers is not enough to understand the whole ocean, because the ocean is a sort of complex environment and there are many, many processes in it. The community, in parallel to the development of the chronometer, has also developed dyes to track the matter and the current. Where is these particles coming from? Where is this current coming from? And also tracers essentials to life. In April 2000, Bob and I decided that measuring these complementary tracers in the same place at sea would be a smart move. On that time, the 90s, actually everyone was developing his tracer on each side. And we thought, okay, it's complicated, the ocean, let's put together the people in the same boat at the same place at the same time. But if you want to do that properly, you need not only to do that one country, but you need to collect, to stimulate collective work. And so we decided, and we created, how to say that, given the scale of the task, we needed a lot of people working together. Thus was born the International Geotraces Program that started here in Toulouse in 2003, and which today is bringing together research in marine biogeochemistry of trace elements and their isotopes from over 35 countries, and of which Bob is co-founder and one of the pillars still now, of course. Bob is a model. He's a rigorous, serious, imaginative, extremely willing researcher, hardworking, and very, very courageous. And you will always impress me, and I am very, very